This story is from the time of Gautama Buddha. In those days, special rituals were performed after death to ensure the soul's entry into heaven. One such ritual involved placing small stones in an earthen pot, performing prayers and offerings, and then striking the pot with a metal object. If the pot broke and the stones fell out, it was believed to signify that the soul had been freed from its sins and had reached heaven. Since the pot was made of clay, it would always break during the process, ensuring that the soul attained heaven. After his father's death, a young man thought of seeking Buddha's guidance for the purification of his father's soul. He believed Buddha would surely know a more certain and effective way to send the soul to heaven. With this in mind, he approached Buddha. "O wise one, my father has passed away. Please suggest a way to ensure that his soul reaches heaven," the young man pleaded. Buddha replied, "All right, do as I say. Bring 2 earthen pots from the priests, one filled with stones and the other with clarified butter, ghee. Take both pots to a river and immerse them just enough so that only their top portions are visible. Then chant the mantras the priests have taught you loudly and, in the end, strike the pots from below with a metal hammer. After completing this, come back and tell me what you observe." The young man was delighted, thinking that by following Buddha's instructions, all his father's sins would be washed away, ensuring his place in heaven. The next day, he did exactly as Buddha had advised, and then returned to Buddha. Buddha asked, "Tell me, my son, what did you see?" The young man replied, "As per your instructions, I submerged both pots in the river and struck them. When I hit the pot with stones, it broke, and the stones sank to the bottom. Then when I hit the pot filled with ghee, it also broke, and the ghee floated away with the river's current." Buddha smiled and said, "Now, go and ask the priest to perform a ritual that will make the stones float on water and the ghee sink to the riverbed." The young man, puzzled, said, "What are you saying? No matter how many rituals they perform, stones can never float and ghee can never sink." Buddha responded, "Exactly. The same applies to your father. His good deeds in life will elevate him toward heaven, while his bad deeds will pull him toward hell. No rituals or ceremonies can change the consequences of his actions." The young man finally understood the truth, that the only way to ensure a place in heaven after death is to perform good deeds while alive.